Good morning. Here is the view from our Storm Team Skycam network. It's not the greatest. It's actually improved slightly since the show started this morning at 4:30, but there's still some fog in Fargo, and there are places where we are really just struggling with that fog once again today. A week after we had that foggy Thanksgiving and Friday following too. Here's a look at our dense fog advisory. This is including the Devil's Lake area back down toward Jamestown and beyond, in effect until 10 o'clock this morning, though this may just last all day like it did last week. And the rest of us also experiencing some trouble with fog. It's just that this area down to the southeast is a little more widespread. You could see Jamestown, Valley City, Gwinner, back over to Oaks. We're at a half mile or less in this area, stretching back up toward Carrington. Oaks, once again, the kind of the bullseye for the lowest visibility in the valley at 0. Fargo's at less than 2 miles. It's 2.5 in Grand Forks. And over to the east, there are places struggling too. In Minnesota, we're looking at a half mile in Detroit Lakes and other places in that 1 to 2 mile range in Lakes Country. So just a struggle throughout the valley with this fog. And we're looking at wind that's pretty light, up to 15 miles per hour in Oaks. So right now our temperatures are right at freezing or just below it. That's in the southern valley. We're a little closer to the freezing marker. We're right there, 32 in Fargo, Wahpeton, back over to Gwinner. Northern valley, you can see some of us are a little bit colder than that. So up like along the Canadian border, we're seeing temperatures into the low to mid 20s. That's a concern for some of this fog to freeze or to deposit onto those colder surfaces, or even a little bit of drizzle, freezing drizzle, to affect that morning drive. So we may have another quick little thin layer of ice here for that morning drive. And in Grand Forks, we're looking at 29 degrees, so we are below freezing there. Our radar and satellite map looks very quiet. We've got the low level clouds that's hard to detect on our infrared satellite picture. A few higher clouds passing by. Tri-State view also looks pretty quiet here this morning. And as we take a look at our hour by hour planner, you could see some mostly cloudy skies, some areas where of course we have thicker fog than others. And through the morning into the afternoon, we're looking at some gray conditions. And the fog may get a little better as we go through the day, but really we aren't looking at much of a change in temperature or any other changes going on here with the atmosphere. So we may hang on to this fog even past that 10 o'clock hour when that advisory is set to expire at the moment. So temperatures are going to be into the 20s to some low 30s, and pretty similar to where we are this morning as we get into what would typically be our warmest time of day. And then heading into tonight, still holding on to the milder air at least. So if you have some Friday night plans, we're looking at temperatures that are going to be into the low to upper 20s to near 30 degrees. So heading into tomorrow, we have that potential for a few areas of sprinkles or drizzle or even some snowflakes down in the far southern valley. That's close to the system that's bringing likely some heavy snowfall to places like Sioux Falls and Minneapolis is in the range for that too. As we head into the weekend this weekend, we'll feel the impacts in the form of some cloud cover and some winds increasing as we head into the day on Saturday and continuing into Sunday. So here's a look at our forecast for tomorrow afternoon. We'll be into the 20s to near 30 degrees, and same thing as we head into the evening hours tomorrow night. But notice how the wind starts to get going, starts to usher in some drier air too, and we're looking at some clearing happening late Saturday night. Your photo today, just nice and bright there in the Bemidji area. Good morning there, according to Marlene. I think it is. Looks beautiful in that shot. And here's your 7-day planner, just gradually sliding. We've warmed up. With it's come the fog, and then our temperatures will just kind of gradually be working their way back to some colder numbers as we head into next week, with our next significant chance for snow Tuesday and into Wednesday.
I like these milder temperatures. Today, just walking in was nice.
I don't mind it either. I know the fog can get kind of gloomy, but I don't mind just having a couple of foggy days if it means we can be a little more comfortable.
Right. Thank you, Lisa.
Coming up on the Valley today, we're showing you how one Lakes Country community is getting into the Christmas spirit this weekend.